Happy Sunday. This is for my mother, my mama, Deidre. So it's a nice little Sunday. Just got in from church a little while ago. And I thought I should write it, but then I thought I should make a video. I was thinking about what she did for me, the best thing she did for me. Apart from giving me life, she didn't abort me, and she didn't abandon me after having me. But after that, the best thing that my mother, in all her imperfections, her idiosyncrasies, and I think you should know, Mama, the best thing you did was bring me to church. I'm your oldest, and I've seen a lot. And for some reason, what I do know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, is that you were so strict about making sure that we went to church. We went to church. And if I remember there was a season when we couldn't go, for some reason, Auntie Fanny, had us on the weekend, and you know how she is, and we were in the church always. We went to 1 Corinthians. I remember that, and they were like almost Pentecostal, and I remember being in that church all day sometimes. They were a shouting church, long services. And so I was thinking about that in terms of, the way, even with self-professing Christians today, they could take a leave going to church on Sunday these days. Even people in my own age group. I'm a Christian. I love the Lord. But everybody is not committed to going to church service, let alone being in ministry, serving in the kingdom to that effect. But I don't know that. What I do remember is that us never having a car and us taking buses and then doing a lot of walking in all kinds of Chicago weather to get to church. And so I know beyond the shadow of a doubt that my diligence or my pressing in, even in my own seasons of inconsistencies, when I decided to live my own way outside of God, and for a hot second in college, I was not going to church, doing me, blah, blah, blah. But they always say, raise a child in the way that they should go, and they won't depart from it. And if that seed, I have not departed from it. And that is the biggest blessing. So anything that I do in the kingdom comes from you, Mama. And because of that, now, I don't have children yet. I'm the only one of your children without children yet. And so no matter what happens, you got to know that people are going to be blessed because of what you did. Whatever it was that made you just go. I remember you blasting Reverend Hayes and Fellowship on the scraggly sounding radio when we lived off 19th and Comiskey Saturday night. And I remember us having our hair pressed before, and all of that preparation to go into the house of the Lord. Stuff I couldn't understand, I remember when in my teen years, we was living in Rogers Park, and in my defiance, I didn't want to go to church. I woke up and wasn't getting dressed. And instead of hauling off and slapping me like you would have, you were like, all right, okay. Just know, if you're not going to go to church, you're not going to go to any of your other stuff. All that other stuff you do after school at Whitney Young and all that, you can save it. You going out with your little boyfriend, him coming over, calling, all that, you can save it. It's like there was no option. There was no option for me not to go to church. It was like, as for me in my house, this is what we're going to do. You in my house, this is going to do. So that's what I grew up with. And I just know that me being grounded and rooted in faith from infancy, basically, is the best thing you ever did for me. So that was what was on my mind. If anybody else watches this video, you raising children, whether they from birth or adopt, whatever you doing, the best thing you can do, I mean, you are the parent. You take them babies to church. Because guess what? The diligence that they see, the importance that you demonstrate in your actions, I'm telling you, that's going to rub off. It'll rub off. That's going to be a seed. You have no idea what that kind of seed is going to manifest. And for me, the church, the kingdom, hey, I don't see how y'all live outside of it. But that's all I got to say. So peace and love, y'all. Bye, Ma.